this organization, please?
Chris Comshiro from KH12 News. My question is going back to sirens. Why were sirens not used in Lahaina or upcountry last week, as wildfire is listed as a purpose for them on the official state website?
So the question is around siren use, clarification on that, noting that wildfire use for sirens is stated on the website. Mahalo.
The state-owned outdoor siren system is a tool that we can use, and we've used in the past. However, in a wildland fire incident, the system has not been used, either in Maui or in other jurisdictions around the state. In this case, our internal protocol is to use WEA, which is the Wireless Emergency Alert System, and the EAS, the Emergency Alert System. The WEA sends alerts to by text messages to cellular phones, and the EAS sends messages to both television and radio. Local notification system sends messages via text, voicemail, and or landlines. Counties in the state of Hawaii will tell you that sirens have not been used for brush fires. It is our practice to use the most effective means of conveying an emergency message to the public during a wildland fire. And it is the WEA and ES along with other local mass notification system called MEMA alerts.
Very patient. We'll take the next question here.
Jonathan DeBriati, CBS News. This question is for Mr. Andaya. You made the decision not to sound the sirens, which could have saved many lives. Now there are questions about your lack of experience, that you only took online courses for disaster relief, no in-the-field experience. Do you regret your decision, and have you considered handing over the reins to somebody with more experience?
So the question is around sirens as it relates to the disaster, and the question is for Herman.
So the news story talks about how I didn't have experience before taking on a job, and that's not true. Before taking on a job, I was a member of the cabinet. I was deputy director of the Department of Housing and Human Concerns, as well as the mayor's chief of staff for 11 years. And so during that time, I was I oftentimes report to the emergency operations centers, and I have done this on numerous occasions. Also during that time, we went through numerous trainings as well. And so to say that I am not qualified, I think is incorrect. In addition to that, when I applied for this position, which is, by the way, a civil service position, I went through a very arduous process, and I was vetted, had to take a civil service exam. I was interviewed by seasoned emergency managers, and they all deemed me qualified. In fact, I was selected. So that's...
Do you regret not sounding the sirens?
I do not. And the reason why... and
so many people said they could have been saved if they had time to escape. Had a siren gone off, they would have known that there was a crisis emerging. And as we know, so many bodies were found in the ground.
Do you want him to give you the answer, or do you want to give?
Well,
then let him finish. Let him finish his answer.
Sorry, there's a lot of people.
Well, you're talking and you're not letting him talk. If you want to talk, come up here.
I'm ready for the answer.
Then wait.
The sirens, as I had mentioned earlier, is used primarily for tsunamis, and that's the reason why many of them are found, almost all of them are found, on the coastline. The public is trained to seek higher ground in the event that the siren is sounded. In fact, on the website of the Hawaii Emergency Management Agency, the following guideline is provided. If you are in a low-lying area near the coastline, evacuate to high grounds, inland or vertically to the fourth floor and higher of a concrete building. Alerts may also come in the form of a wireless emergency alert. Had we sounded the siren that night, we're afraid that people would have gone malka. And if that was the case, then they would have gone into the fire. And so that is the reason why our protocol has been to use WEA and EAS. By the way, I should also note that there are no sirens malka, or on the mountainside, where the fire was spreading down. So even if we sounded the siren, it would not have saved those people on the mountainside, malka.
I'm going to do another friendly reminder that we